News is up. I'm David Gura. A live look here at the Capitol as members of Congress prepare for tomorrow's Judiciary hearing, and Republicans are speaking out ahead of tomorrow's hearing. Former Freedom Caucus Chairman, Oversight Committee member Mark Meadows refusing to believe the words coming directly from the President of the United States in what was a heated exchange just moments ago.
The President asked a leader of a foreign country to investigate his political rival. So one simple question to start, is that appropriate?
Well, one, he didn't do that. I don't agree with your premise. He talked about investigations. If you look at the transcript, I think he said, will you do us a favor based on the United States going through a lot, talking about 2016 elections. And when you see that, Dana, I think probably the biggest thing is this president has gone through so much. We know that you're going to have Jerry Nadler on and others on, but they've been making accusations about this president that not only are not based on facts, but they're false.
But here he did ask. You admit that, right?
Even with that, working with the Attorney General, are you suggesting that someone who runs for a president shouldn't be investigated?
Joyce Vance's words are very important to the line of work that you are in, so let's take some of this apart, making statements not only that are false, but are not based on facts. Skip over that one, but we'll talk about this pronoun issue that they keep bringing up. This is a real talking point now for Republicans, that do us a favor was in reference to all of us, the great country of the United States, after what we have all been through. Your reaction to what we heard there from the Congressman?
So context matters.
Yes.
And it's very clear from the context here, and this I think is the defining issue about Trump's actions in Ukraine. It was not to benefit the United States. Yes, often there's horse trading in international and foreign relations to develop things that are good for our country. But what Trump was asking for here was something that was good for him. And how do we know that? We know that because he watched what happened in the run-up to 2016. He learned that the announcement of an investigation, even if there's no substance to it, can be a very powerful thing. And he's trying to replicate 2016 using the Ukrainians. Meadows is just obviously trying to give up the party line.
Danielle Moodie Mills, your reaction to what he had to say there as well. Again, centering this on an issue of semantics.
I just wonder, like, how much it takes to swallow the amount of nonsense that Republicans do on a day-to-day basis. I mean, the idea that he actually says, oh, it was about us, the American people. How does the president asking the Ukrainians to investigate the Bidens help Middle America march? How does it help, like, the bus driver in New York City? How is that? What are we getting out of that? If it is a we situation, we get nothing. He gets the dirt that he needs in order to, again, replay 2016 and have a string of lies, and we'll make the Bidens the about her emails, of this election. And it's just, the president admitted to it on the South Lawn. He said again, Ukraine, yes, they should open up an investigation. And as a matter of fact, China should too.
There you go, making that entreaty. Let's listen to one more cut here. This is the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Jerry Nadler, just moments ago.
Decisions have to be made based on everything we've learned till now and based on what we hear tomorrow. But remember, some of these things are very clear at this point. There is overwhelming evidence, uncontested by the Republicans, that the president put himself above the country, that the president sought foreign assistance in elections, sought to cover it up, completely defied participation in the congressional investigation in order to hide his role.
Chairman on NBC's Meet the Press with Chuck Todd, Mike Pesca, a long way of saying the facts are uncontested.
Yeah, and they are. Maybe the next argument is going to be when he said, do us a favor. It was a mistranscription. They left out the periods. He was saying, do the U.S. a favor. Yes. Sometimes I play this game where I say, let's just take the Republican arguments on their face and see if there's any rebuttals. If you're so concerned with Ukrainian corruption, this comes up again and again and again. Jim Jordan saying we had to vet Vladimir Zelensky to see that he was the real deal, and he was, because corruption's so serious. And we saw Doug Collins citing statistics about corruption. If you're so concerned about corruption, the way to root it out is through a corrupt process of asking a favor, and also going to Lutsenko, who's the former prosecutor who was brought up on corruption charges. If the United States government is anti-corruption, why go through a corrupt means to root out that corruption? Answer, because they're not and we're not.
All right, we'll leave it there. Coming up here, the Trump administration's plan to cut food stamps for hundreds of thousands of Americans.